Imagine this scene. It's a random Wednesday afternoon, 2 p.m. I'm in the shower, haven't eaten, haven't slept, and I'm crying. But not just any crying, like cinematic, moody music video style tears. I mutter to myself, did I just get emotionally hit by a bus? That I was driving? That's when it hit me. I wasn't just tired. I was soul level, stardust deep exhausted. Not just mentally, not just emotionally, existentially wiped out. And my brilliant response? I made a spreadsheet. Yep, this is where I introduced the 7 oddly specific habits that saved my burnout fried brain from turning into beef jerky. Because burnout isn't just being tired. It's when your soul pieces out and stops replying to emails. Let's dive in. What went down? So here's the backstory. I was doing everything. Grinding, pushing, ticking boxes, turning Google Sheets into therapy, convincing myself I was fine while chugging coffee like it was personality juice. Every time someone asked how I was, I'd say, "Oh, just super busy." What I meant, I was one browser tab away from an emotional breakdown in a Pringles can. I thought burnout looked dramatic, collapsing on a fainting couch with classical music playing. But no, burnout looked like tearing up at toothpaste commercials, getting unreasonably mad at fonts, and opening my laptop just to immediately need a nap. It was like living inside a Google Calendar with no exits. Still, I kept pushing, like a cracked-out raccoon fueled by espresso and denial, until I snapped, and not in a cute, cathartic, post-cry, glow-up kind of way. The Walgreens collapse. I'm talking about a full-on existential meltdown while sitting on the floor at Walgreens, gripping a bottle of vitamins and questioning the meaning of existence. Enter the clown phase. This is when I thought the answer was more apps. I downloaded like 6 new productivity tools, built a Notion setup so organized it deserved an award, color-coded my crisis. Plot twist, it didn't help. Turns out you can't schedule your way out of soul-deep exhaustion. I kept treating rest like a reward I had to earn instead of something I actually needed as a human being. So the cycle repeated: burnout, crash, panic, rearranged digital life, burnout again. Eventually, I looked at myself and said, "You're not a machine. You're soup. Emotionally unstable soup with Wi-Fi." The turning point. There wasn't a lightning bolt moment or a journey to find myself in Bali. I just got so tired of being tired. That level of burnout where even your anxiety checks out? Yeah, that. That's when it clicked. I didn't need another aesthetic morning routine. I needed actual habits. Real habits, not productivity porn. So I built 7 of them. They're not Instagram worthy, but they're real, and they worked. Now they might just save your brain too. Let's get into them. Habit 1, the morning nope. Forget the to-do list. This is the list of things I refuse to do for my sanity, like debating strangers online, replying to emails like I'm a customer service bot, comparing my life to influencers who blink less than lizards. It's not just a list, it's a boundary. And boundaries, they're spicy self-care. Tiny wisdom. Sometimes protecting your peace means ghosting your own expectations. Habit 2, the potato hour. Every day I give myself 1 full hour to be a totally unproductive potato. No goals, no screens, just me, existing. Sometimes I stare at the ceiling. Sometimes I listen to sad indie music like I'm in a slow-mo breakup scene. Rest isn't a treat. It's basic maintenance for your soul. And no, 3 hours of TikTok doesn't count. That's digital junk food, not nourishment. Habit 3, the 5-minute trash reset. When everything feels like it's falling apart, I clean one small thing, just one. A drawer, my desk, the inbox I fear. I call it a trash reset. A tiny act of control when life feels unhinged. Because folding laundry won't fix your life, but it might make you feel like you can fix something. Small matters. Start there. Habit 4, the scheduled delusion hour. Yes, you heard me right. Block out time for joyful nonsense. I mean unapologetically silly stuff. Singing 2000s hits at full volume in your living room, doodling like a 5-year-old, or planning a fantasy life in a castle you absolutely cannot afford. Because burnout feeds on everything being serious all the time. Play, on the other hand, is resistance. It's how you remind yourself that you are more than just productivity output. Tiny truth. Joy isn't frivolous, it's survival, it's protest. Habit 5. The 3 ride or die rule. This one? Mandatory. You need 3 people. Just 3. Not a whole social media feed. 3 actual humans you can text, "Hey, I'm barely holding it together," and know they'll pick up. Not surface-level friends. Not "Lowell, that's crazy" people. I'm talking crisis response team-level friendships. The kind that don't need backstory, because burnout festers in silence, and shame thrives when you isolate. So find your lifeline humans and pour into those friendships like your soul depends on it. Spoiler, it does. Habit 6. The weekly emotional rinse. Sundays are now reserved for feelings. I call it my emotional laundry day. Whether that means journaling, crying to Bon Iver, or yelling into the void, it's the time I clear out the mess I emotionally shoved under the rug all week. Because if you don't give your emotions somewhere to go, they start leaking into weird places, like passive-aggressive emails, or irrational rage at slow walkers. Let the tears out. Let the weird feelings breathe. Don't let your soul smell like emotional mildew. Habit 7. The existential reset button. When I catch myself spiraling again, I pause and ask, if I believed I was already enough, what would I do differently? That one question stops the hamster wheel, because a lot of burnout comes from trying to earn something you already deserve. Love, rest, value, belonging. You don't have to prove your worth every time you log in. You already are enough. Full stop. Mic dropped. Final thoughts. Tiny truths about burnout and being human. Here's the part no one says out loud. You can adore your job and still need to shut your laptop. You can be wildly capable and still be falling apart inside. You can be grateful and completely overwhelmed. Burnout doesn't mean you're broken. It means your system's throwing up a flare. It's that little red light saying, hey love, you're trying to survive a world built for machines, and you're a soft, tender animal with a beating heart and trauma. So maybe, just maybe, give yourself a damn break. Final truth drop. You deserve to slow down. Look, if you've made it this far, congrats. Seriously, you're either burned out as hell and clutching onto this like it's a spiritual life raft, or you're actively avoiding 74 unread emails while pretending you're being intentional. See both. Let's be real for a second. You're probably juggling both, aren't you? Maybe wearing the same hoodie for 3 days straight and calling it your focus uniform. But before you go, let me hit you with this. Lean in close, forehead to forehead, like we're the last ones at a party, everyone else has gone home, and the lights are dimming. You are not a machine. You are not just some Google Doc with legs. You are not defined by your LinkedIn profile. You are not an AI trying to scale while silently crying in the shower. You are not your productivity output. Your value isn't measured by how many tasks you check off before 10 a.m. You are not some algorithm in a trench coat scrambling for a break. Number. You're a human, a beautifully flawed, deeply emotional, sometimes unhinged person made of snacks and stardust. You cry at random songs that hit too deep. You laugh too loudly at dumb memes. You spiral at 2 a.m. And somehow, you always manage to pull yourself out by 2:07. And you know what? That's beautiful. Guess what? You have every right to rest. You're allowed to be nothing for a little while. You have permission to stop trying so damn hard all the time. You don't have to crash and burn to earn the right to slow down. You don't have to prove you deserve softness. You don't need to break to deserve healing. Burnout doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you've been carrying a little too much for too long, and somewhere along the way, you forgot you can put it down. So take a moment and let this sink in. You're not lazy. You're not being dramatic. You're not falling behind. You're just exhausted because you've been doing your best, quietly, behind the scenes, in ways the world doesn't see. You've been surviving in a world that praises overwork and treats rest like it's a luxury. But listen, rest is sacred. Sleep is sacred. Laying on the floor while you question reality to lo-fi beats? That's sacred too. So take the nap, cancel that meeting, lie on the carpet and let your cat give you the side eye. Schedule something utterly pointless. Be the potato. Honestly, if your brain feels like it's about to short circuit, maybe the bravest thing you can do today is not add more fuel to the fire. Because here's the deal. You've only got one brain, one precious, worn out, wonderfully strange brain. And it deserves so much more than to be fried into an emotional snack. So protect it. Treat it like your inner child holding a juice box and a glitter crayon. You don't need to do more to matter. You already do. You already are enough. Now go grab some water. Text your therapist. Scream into the void if you need to. And then give yourself a damn break. You've got this. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications to stay updated. See you in the next video. Goodbye.